me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
What?
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look
Are you? You're recording me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
I know.
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
He's so
I want to talk
sweet.
about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Oh,
Yes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is
No.
that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well.
His face.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
Not
I
at the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty
and then-
nice, but I mean,
And then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the
course.
first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
and
you
I
yet.
can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. Just we're not
Again, I don't
we're not
know
there.
yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet.
and then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
but
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well look
I mean,
at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
see, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call
See-
him. Call him.
No,
Yeah, no.
What do you mean no?
see, I
I know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
I
For an hour.
understand.
Classless.
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
That is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, you know, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing,
Yup.
which I'm still willing to do.
I
I
mean-
would have been,
Okay.
but if we're late, I mean, I told
we
you
weren't
twice.
late. I mean, it wasn't that late. I mean,
We literally
come on.
left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot
I mean,
and waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can
No.
call that, like, you know, the
No.
equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you
just
don't
said-
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's
Please.
nothing wrong.
I will die.
Bruh.
That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for dating.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peace.
So you just want to call it a night? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
Nope.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He's
but
out of the parking space.
If I don't feel
Can you
respected,
see-
I
mean-
am not gonna go through
I
with
mean,
the rest
come
of
on.
the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise.
No.
Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off.
Now, guys, as soon as I seen this video, I was like, man, this is not going to be good at all. First and foremost, there's so many women that don't understand this. When you are on a date with the man and he's the one picking you up, setting a time, coming out and courting you like he's supposed to, let these men lead. Y'all want a man to lead so bad, but then dictate every little thing they do, where they take you, how they do things. Let him take you to where he wants to take you. That's the whole point of getting to know somebody. Especially if you want a traditional type of love, why don't you let that man lead you? And if you start seeing that this is something you don't like, communicate that efficiently. And you guys also complain about men ain't leaders anymore. Men don't plan this, they don't that. They sure do. Y'all just treat them like this. And a lot of women go on dates just to use them for money. You know what I mean? This girl, you can tell she's not going on the date for love. She's not going to try to get to know this person. It seemed like she was wasting his time from the jump. You mean to tell me this man said be ready at 4 o'clock and you know you take a long time? Or you know, like she said, I was late for my job. Were you communicating that to him? Having somebody wait downstairs for 4 hours? That's a long time, especially when you're on their time and they invited you. If I know I take a long time, and y'all, if I'm getting ready where I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup, I'm doing my nails, I'm going to get ready a couple hours ahead of time so I know that I can be there. I'm not understanding what you guys don't understand about that. And then the biggest thing that trips me out is a lot of these women start seeing things online and categorizing themselves as a top 20. No one's saying you don't deserve love. Nobody's saying you don't deserve flowers. Nobody's saying you don't deserve these things. But getting with somebody and expecting all this extravagant stuff, stay off of social media. It's rotting your brain. Stop listening to all these women on these platforms that don't understand how the dating game works, because all they're doing is misleading you guys. Because you could tell this lady has watched one too many. I don't know who the hell she thought. She thought she was Rihanna coming up into this beat. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. She's not no 10 to be talking like that. And then saying that Cheesecake Factory, I'd be embarrassed to walk in like that, looking like this. Your outfit wasn't all that. Your hair don't look all that. Your makeup is all out of whack and you look old. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest. I'm not saying I'm a 10 whatsoever. I don't even talk like that. But you have women like this that talk out of their mouths and don't even understand what they're doing. Like, that man did everything right. Wasted his whole day probably planning this stuff, going to go take her out, and then she's late. Y'all don't understand these things until it's you planning something and getting things together and people play with your time. I don't know, y'all. These videos upset me now because just seeing grown people still do stuff like this, like, how many more men do you need to run through and then still complain that men are bad? And then she's probably going to flip it on him and say, oh, he was rude. He was going to take me to a chain restaurant, this and that. He's paying for it though, right? You're not. Nothing is wrong with Cheesecake Factory. You guys are getting to a point where you don't even let the chemistry build. You don't even let all that stuff come. You automatically think you deserve the whole world in one sitting. Just like you said, you don't know him. He doesn't know you either. He didn't have to pick you up. You should have your own car. You're grown. He didn't have to come, ask you to do things, but he sure did. And look at how you treated him. Why would I go all out for a woman like that? Imagine if he would have went all out. She was only going to like him because of the place he took her to. That's why men don't do that. They want to know you're going to be a long time person. Not that you're falling in love with the stuff they could do for you. But hey, y'all don't even think that far. So ladies, this is the do not do list for women. Just know that now. Don't do this shit that she did.